Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Heads Will Roll Reforged, episode number 10, maybe? I think. Character's gone pretty far, random peasant number 1. He's gonna be well known on the channel from now on. Anyway, kind of just glance at his tally. It is substantial. Jeez. Including now the Rebel Sergeant and the Renegade Knight. Anyway, left for us is just the closing out of this story where we go and essentially we get involved with Ruffin. The things we haven't done so far to revisit the travel list, we have the Alchemist and the Medallion. The Medallion quest leads us to a fight which I considered very hard. I think that you really, well, I lost going to this. It's a very tough fight. One that I believe in order to win you really have to be able to reduce the enemy armor. And that's really the forte usually of axes. Also the Zweihander, I think. Unfortunately not one of the abilities for our halberd. I'm sure you can win it. I don't want to end the run. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up. I could go there, but we would probably die. The thing which would be most fun for me would be to kill Ruffin, and we might not. I mean, it's. I'm not saying that we're favorites to win or lose. I really don't know. I'm pretty sure I recall Ruffin's skills being in the roughly 30s, maybe a couple in the 20s, but mostly in the 30s. So that's not impossible for us to defeat, but it's obviously going to be challenging. It's going to come down to probably a little bit of him having better skills, but us being a human, strategizing a little bit better, choosing better tactical options. Okay, anyway, so what do we have going on? One thing that I was considering doing is actually swapping out the Bassinet with Aventail. This is just better in every way, except for the fact that it includes a penalty for endurance and an additional penalty for coordination. Yeah, this also just kind of seems like the right move. 101 versus 112, but 85 head coverage instead of 60, and 15 head armor versus, 19 on this one. Otherwise, it has higher prestige, which is nice too, but I don't know, like I'm really torn. I'm really torn on this because it still does come with an additional coordination and an additional endurance check. If I needed the coordination more, I wouldn't do this for sure, but I feel like having that might save our life. Honestly, another thing that we would like to do is get better chest armor, and we probably would have to take another stats penalty for that. So let's just go ahead and do this though. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put it back in the chest, because who knows. Even though that's probably a ridiculous thing to do, since almost surely we will not need it. But okay, so that said, what does our new character stats look like? Well, a little bit lower on the couple of things. If we wanted to do this, we could do it now. It's a fight, by the way. I don't want to spoil it. Fast forward a couple seconds if you don't want to hear, but the main challenge of the fight is that the enemy has unlimited fatigue. It'll never be below... it has essentially 0 fatigue for the whole fight. So my usual tactic is to wear him out. That doesn't work against this one. The way that you fight him on round 1, stamina not included, but fatigue-wise, is the way you'll be fighting him for the rest of the fight. That has its own challenge, especially because I usually try to play defensive, get them worn out, and then go. Okay, so let's go ahead and train for the big fight, which in my opinion now is just going to be Ruffin. Let's get back these two, a little bit endurance, and you can already see that we're cutting it a little bit close. I think that we'll go... Well, let's do one more endurance, and then we'll rest by visiting the bathhouse. No! Okay, thank God! Please. Hilarious. I thought we were dead. I thought we were just dead. There wasn't enough time to go to the bathhouse. There was, however, enough time to go to the brothel. I don't know what that says about, random peasant number 1. It takes less time for him to go to a brothel than it does for him to take a bath. Whatever that may imply, doesn't matter. We're down to 0 fatigue. We even have a little bit of time left, probably to trade. Yeah, see, scale armor, this is not going to give us the limb coverage that we want, but it is otherwise better, and it's only 1 additional endurance fee penalty. 12 versus 18. I mean, I feel like what we need to do is buy it to have it. Because we may want it. So let's buy it. Because the inventory spaces, I mean, with the huge amount of strength that we have, that's not a big problem. And is there anything else we want to do? Well, let's go to the inventory and just kind of stack these two items up. Right now, our limbs armor is 35 and 115. So 40 of that coverage, take this down, and you get 75. 75 is still pretty good. And then take it down by 7, and you get 28, which is very good. Does that make sense? 13 and 15? 13, 15, yeah. Okay, so it's 28. 75% chance with 28 is very good for the limbs. I feel like we are okay to lose that to put on the scale armor. Now, the only downside is, I mean, we'll just keep the chainmail, so it'll be there as a backup if we need to put it on something if they like break this armor, but in fact, we probably don't want to do this until the fight with Ruffin itself. That's another thing. I probably shouldn't be doing even the helmet. So let me bring that helmet back as well. Oops, just wasting time for no good reason. Let's bring this helmet back as well, because I think what we'll do is really just play it safe. We'll keep both options with us. Now, after the fight with Ruffin, make sure that I am not a ding-dong and I actually use my medicine. Let's also go to trade here. We can pick up Canteen. Is that the best we can do? Yeah. We'll pick up and, you know, just might as well buy both of them and try to be liberal. We'll also buy an antidote and we'll buy medicine. All the things, right? I mean, there's just no sense in not doing it. We have one field surgical kit already. I am going to roll the dice. That's all we're going to need. Okay, and now we're ready to go. So let me just... No, we don't have anything else to do. Having ensured DuPont's support, we once again unite your forces and at the head of all the combat-ready people who could only be gathered in the city, set out on the last campaign. Moving towards the farm at the head of this not-so-small army, you feel that the hour of reckoning is close. For a long time, Ruffin and his men escaped justice. To be fair, he should have been put on trial for his crimes a long time ago back in Cambrai, while still in the royal army. But what goes around comes around, sooner or later. Thinking about this, you realize that it was Ruffin who, to some extent, became the culprit of your meeting with Olivia. And if you had finished him back in the Cambrai, you might never have met the Duchess. What is this if not for fate, whatever? A necessary evil without which a chain of strange events that brought two seemingly made for each other people together would never have started. Ugh! Oh no. Ruffin's cunning and thirst for blood have given you the opportunity to demonstrate your honor and courage. The darkness he created showed you where the light could be shed. And perhaps the one would not have existed without the other. Pretty funny coming from a person, us, of course, with virtue in the negative hundreds. Maybe over 200 now, or lower than 200. Negative 200. DuPont's appearance snaps you out of your thoughts. He tells you that he has recently sent a group of scouts to inspect the mercenary fortifications on the farm, and the results are quite disturbing. Ruffin's men have turned their camp into a heavily fortified position. Located on the top of the hill, it is soundly protected from heavy cavalry charges, preventing you from pulling off the same trick twice. Dismounted and heavily armed knights slowly climbing up the hill would be an excellent target for archers and crossbowmen. Such a strategy will definitely lead to defeat. The only option, according to DuPont, is to attack with light infantry, which will consist of militia as well as experienced warriors like you and your people. As soon as you are able to force the mercenaries out of the first line of defense, the knights will join in. And after that, you will have to rely only on God. You are not very enthusiastic about this plan, but you cannot disagree with DuPont either. The head of the guard is right. Risking knights in such a situation is a sure way to fail. As a result, you have no choice but to lead the first wave of attackers. Okay, so yeah, I think we have, negative 300. That's a little bit worse than I expected. But I think we have on everything we have. I think this is our first fight with the French halberd too, so kind of a proving ground for us. Oh, that's right, we have some people who are, expendable probably, like Fat Alwyn here. Good luck, Fat Alwyn. He looks alright. Weapon skill of 6. Let's compare that with weapon skill of 15. Not great. Partisan, length 5, and Mercenary's Companion, length 1. So the Partisan probably the priority here. Oh, this guy's a sharpshooter, though. I didn't see that. So never mind, he is the priority, and he doesn't have a shield, too. Is it already possible to just smack him around? It is. 86, 85, pretty good. We could just lean in and try to go for it, and I think that's probably worth doing. What kind of armor are we looking at? 15, 12 armor total. Yeah, I think we'll go with it. And poison him, throat cut. Oh, he's a goner. I don't know why you shield bash the guy who's already gonna die. but hey, you landed it, so good on you. Good job, Fat Alwyn. Us, we have another chance, and probably, I'm thinking we'll do the same thing. Wow! Did he just land a 5%? That was against us. Okay, good. So it was time for us to kind of peel back a little bit. We're pushing a bit hard. Water scan, what are you going to do? Reload? Okay, that's fine. I wish that you would... Alwyn, I wish you would go for the crossbowman. I mean, it should be obvious what the plan would be here. I guess I can just do it. It'll only take well, like nothing to kill him. Head shatter, geez. And another one right back. Well, I mean, this is just the game that never ends, isn't it? But with our huge endurance, we actually can keep going and just continue to overhead strike. 86%, we'll take it. Ah! Ice shield bash, why not do something useful? I mean, that's not useful. And he does have high strength. Yeah, you know what? Alwyn might make it through this fight. Definitely time for us to recover, though. Why did I do that on offensive? Wait, are we on... No, we're unbalanced. Okay. Faint. Dang it. He's got to recover. He's really just got to die. More recoveries. Oh, nice. That was the correct person to do it to as well. Since the guy in the back is just about to die. Dropped his helmet. Blocked with shield. This guy's shield is holding up, too. Alright, I think it would just behoove us to finish him off. It's a 100% chance no matter what we choose. Could we rely on Alwyn choosing correctly here? No. No, I guess we cannot rely on that. So we'll go ahead and do this. I like to see a head cut off. That's always... Oh, we're actually fatigued now too. And another one has come. Okay, well, we have to recover. No, honestly, what we should have done is... That's very stupid. What we're absolutely going to do is rotate Alwyn out. Dang it, a little bit too late. I'll let him survive one more turn. We'll also spend this turn using one of our canteens. Seems like a good time to do that, and probably still to respite as well. I want him to just survive one more turn to get the poisoned out. Nice, very good job, because he won't be hit by this guy. We'll see what happens here, though. Good. Okay, now we'll go ahead and rotate him. So rotate and recover. Who do we have in here now? We have sharp-sighted Reginald, and because of his high stamina, that's great. He actually survived. This is coming because of a comment I saw previously about managing like your forces better. That apparently the DLC does unlock really nice options for this, but they mentioned about rotating your troops to get them not to be so susceptible. So that just makes so much sense. Let's just rotate them, and then they can gather stamina up behind the scenes. Since I haven't really needed these guys, they haven't been a big player, I haven't really considered how to keep them alive. Also, these guys are pretty low level, so that's another reason, I guess. It's also annoying to have to suffer through 10 recovery. Ooh. Was that... Wait, who did he hit? Me or that guy? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Either of us, whoever he hit, our mail blocked it, which is great. Let's go with an overhead swing. 55%. This guy actually has neck coverage. Oh, but it's only armor of 5, so that's not a big deal. I think we can just go for it. And he's dead. I'm curious to see if another one will join again. Finally not. Great. Let's recover. Hey, that's awesome. Starting to split the shield for me. Actually, my job is to get my fatigue all the way back down to 0 now. Probably rotate this guy out as well. See, poisoned. Is his poison gone now? No. Alright, we'll do one more round. He's just going to recover. And this guy's pretty low on stamina as well. So hopefully this is a no-op turn. Nobody does anything. 2 left. Okay. Let's rotate him out. And then recover. I mean respite, but to recover fatigue. Oh, the shield. Oops. I don't know if that even does damage to the shield too. You must be a crossbow guy. And now you're poisoned. Oh, and your leg's broken. Oh, great. Yeah, Peter from Cornwall. He's not in great shape, is he? Don't mind me as I just rest on the sidelines here. Yeah, see, I wouldn't do that. Alright, I'll rotate this guy out just to try to save him. Not a big fan of all these rotations, though. We'll recover. Should be good to go next time. Stuff in the good. And they went for me, thankfully, so that was a miss. And we're in good shape now. I think that we'll maybe attack his limbs just to buy my guys some time. Oh man, his neck is just wide open, though. Well, if that's the case, I'll have to respite one more time before we do it, but we'll just finish him off. Nice. He's already tired, too. Anyway, I think we should be able to do this. Ooh, down to 77. Got him. Mercenaries cannot hold their positions and are forced to retreat deeper into the farm. Yeah, we'll do our usual. An arbalist, oh my goodness. Armor-piercing bolt? Nah, probably not worth picking up. Crossbow. If you want a crossbow, this is where you go. I suspect that we're in the end not going to even pick up some of this stuff because I don't want to swap out anything yet. Oh, you know what? We do have one more free one. Why didn't I use an antidote? I guess we just got lucky there. So let's put a canteen back in. We didn't take any damage, so we don't have to use a medicine. We have an antidote too as well. Okay. I think we're still just in great shape. What might we not want to keep? Honestly, I am going to swap these in as well. Because that's probably the next fight coming for us. No, I think there is actually one more first, but we want La Balestra for 150 or Cozy Boots. Well, I guess the decision is pretty clear. 30, poisoned, and then some boots. They're cozy, but we will leave them behind. With great difficulty, you manage to push the mercenaries back from the front line of defense and gain a foothold in their positions. Not wanting to waste even a minute, you immediately dispatch an envoy to DuPont to tell him to advance immediately with his heavily equipped infantry and knights. After a while, you look back and notice numerous reinforcements led by DuPont moving in your direction. The head of the guard, however, is extremely slow in his usual style, so it will take at least a quarter of an hour before he reaches you with reinforcements. At the same time, you notice the recently retreated mercenaries are preparing to a counterattack. Alright, so yeah, this is not yet the battle that we need to be especially careful for, so we'll swap back out. And I guess I am going with the Brigand's Blade here. Did I even keep the alternative? No. But it's a good one. Alright, here we go. We got a Grossmeister. Does it have the... No, it has Cripple, yeah, so I prefer the Zweihander. Okay, anyway, let's get to the next one. Woo! Renegade Sergeant. Elite Mercenary, but he's using a Morning Star, even though... Oh, Morning Stars are actually really good. This looked like just a normal mace, but it's a Morning Star. It's a fantastic weapon. Not one we really want to be on the opposite side of. But no neck coverage. What are we looking at here? 60% chance to just kill him. We could do a check feint first. But what's do you have so nobody has poison weapons here? Yeah, so no reason for us to use an antidote. Despite this guy being very dangerous, I think I'm gonna let him just chew up my poor Who are you? Fat Alwyn. Oh, it's Alwyn. He's back. His shield's got 5 durability. Oof. Against an axe, I somewhat doubt that's going to survive, but... I mean, could be a 70% if I just decide to go with it. Yeah. Just like that. That's hilarious that the guy just pops in. Well, I don't know what to do. I mean, kill the next guy? He's got a shield. Not a great one, though, you have to say. Let's probably do a split shield against this, because we'll destroy his shield, whereas I don't think any of our mercenaries, they'll probably spend 2 turns doing it. Let's just get it out of the way. Oh, wow, shield bash on the Renegade Sergeant. That's great. It's a fantastic move. Oh, no. He's bleeding. Oh, 2 turns. I think he'll survive with 1 hit point. We'll let him stick around for 1 more turn. Sure. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get injured. And I think we need to recover here. Oh, here we go. Wait, what? He died? Shield broken. I guess the damage pierces through. So, sorry, Mr. Alwyn. We could have saved him in some ways, but in others, could we have? Really? Yes, but doesn't matter. Next up. How are you doing? You don't really have that much endurance. You have only slightly better, but how's your neck coverage? 0. That's what I like to see. Yeah, at a balanced stance, 92%. I say, random peasant number 1 he's just a killer. Oh wow, Pavis. And the Messer. Okay, that's not what I wanted to see. We'll go defensive here, and we will recover. And probably we could have just used the canteen. Ah, you missed split shield. Split shield's the easiest one to hit. But you did force them to bash you at least. I think I'll just split his shield. His Pavis is going to take 2. Yikes. Pierce lung. Oh, great. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. He probably will survive, Reginald, but stamina recovery produced... I mean, he's a dead man. He's a dead man walking. We need to do some respites here. We do. Otherwise, I would definitely go for the back line. He will survive. 2 more turns, will he? Maybe not. He will. He will with 2 hit points, I guess. We could rotate him, but you know what? I think he's almost better off dead at this point. Sounds weird to say, but as far as like our team capability goes, he's not going to be much use to us, even if he survives. Okay, well, moot point. And I'm glad this guy, he has extremely low fatigue. Jeez. I mean, his tiredness bar kicks in at 36. Less than half of mine. Almost a third of mine. Well, anyway, that should make him easier to kill. 100. I don't know. Well, this guy's winded and he has very little left. I think that's enough to do an attack, but let's go ahead and kill this guy. Oh, shield. I forgot about that. Whoopsie. Minus 20. Stamina? Okay, well, we need to do a recovery now. Guess we could go and do another attack. Yeah, this will kill him. A little bit worse for the wear as far as that goes. Okay, just don't show me... Good. Don't show me poison. Let's recover. Dang it. Alright, 7 hit points left. Not looking great. Ah! You really should have landed that. It's 4, bleeding. Oh my gosh. Pete from Cornwall. I'm sorry. Sorry, it had to be this way. Alright, now the one last person I have. Let's try to keep him alive. We can't do any rotations though to actually keep him alive. It's funny. I think we want to keep respiting here. Their health is both very low. I mean, I wonder, is this the end? Is this the last one we have to face? 47. He's already tired level 3. Wow, yeah. So this would be good if we... What's your armor looking like? Not great. I'm winded, but let's just do this. Yeah, dead. Are they like permanent? Are they just infinite? Wow, great. Great job. So I want to start respiting. I'll even work with low recovery for the moment. Good idea, too. Blocked with your shield. Fantastic. Who are you? Stuff in the good. Hey, look at this. This is actually a really solid setup. I really hope Stefan survives. We need to respite like crazy to try to get our fatigue back so we can try to kill this guy before he, wounds the one good person we have. I could do an attack on his arm, just to like... Oh, he's already tired level 3. Oh no, shield broken. That's fine, that's just equipment related, so we could still, in theory, survive and just repair his equipment after the battle. What's your stats? His stats are decent! Oh, I hope he survives. Doesn't show his shield is broken, but it is. How are we doing? 61. No, we need more. Oh no, don't leave yourself with only 3. He's winded now too, and he failed his recovery. Oh no! Thank goodness he missed. And this guy's down to tired stage 4. Oh, he hit him! It's amazing. He's actually doing great. I really want to save him, but you know what is more important is having no fatigue for the last fight. Missed. Thank goodness. Alright, how can we do things here? How are we going to do it? What kind of armor do you have? You have 5 armor, which means... Oh, your limbs are completely open. I mean, we could work the limbs. If we get by the armor, which we have a better than a coin toss's chance of doing, it will just kill him. And that's a really good situation. So let's try it. Yeah, there we go. The mercenary counterattack fails. We don't have any space. We'll still do it. Oh, look at this. So just essentially got to get rid of other things. In fact, I guess we'll go to the inventory. We can drink this? No, we can't. Do we have anything else? Oh. Okay, so we have a canteen. We can drink that. Good. And then we can go and take the most expensive item, which I think is going to be this bassinet with visor. I'd be kind of shocked if it isn't. 180, 175, another gross messer. This one, which is exactly what we have, right? Yeah, exactly the same. Okay, well let's just take this, because it is the most expensive. In fact, we probably should do a little inventory management as well, though. Crossbowman's gauntlets, they're just too cheap compared to a lot of the other stuff here, so we'll discard them. We'll pick up this placard instead, which is pretty good. Plate gorgets 175. So what here is not worth that? Well, probably the arbalist. We'll discard one of these, and they'll get that instead. And only a few items left. I think we're okay. We're probably like more or less good as far as... Did we take any damage? I don't think so. There's not really any point in any of these. Yeah, you know what? I mean, 130, 130. We're just going to proceed. With tremendous effort, you manage to hold your position until DuPont's knights approach. With their arrival, the already faltering forces of the mercenaries begin to fall back, and you rush into the farm. Okay, this is the big one now. Despite the fact that the battle can already be considered won, you cannot forget about the main target, Ruffin. Here we go. I'm actually starting to get like a little more excited. My heart's starting to go, and here we go. When you break through to Onar's mansion with your people, you find it already deserted and completely abandoned. But just when you already want to give up and come to terms with the fact that you missed your nemesis again, you notice 2 horsemen hurrying out of the stable and galloping away from the farm. Okay, here we go. Guessing that these are the leaders of the rebels, you nevertheless hesitate for a second, not daring to immediately give chase. After a tough fight, you are so drained that you can hardly stand on your feet, and the last thing you want is to meet face to face with Ruffin, but fail to be a worthy opponent. However, you feel the need to put an end to this whole story, and you set off in pursuit. At first, seeing the pursuer behind them, the fugitives accelerate, trying to break away, but after some time, having made sure that it won't be possible to flee, and it is only one person chasing them, note, only one person, they stop, allowing you to get close to them. One of them remains slightly behind, and after getting closer, you recognize Onar. The second one is heading straight for you, and he needs no introduction. I've already kicked your ass in a fair fight, boy. Don't make me do that again. A little bit sad that we didn't actually go through the storyline with him in the 3rd town when he, killed all the villagers there and told us to get the hell out of the way, essentially. And claim the loot even though it wasn't his to claim. Because this time I won't spare you. I've come to Ren to settle a score with one particular man. It's done, and now I'm going to leave these lands and never come back. I don't have a side in this conflict anymore. There's no one's banner above my head. And I have no interest in killing you. That might be so, but who said I have no interest in killing you? This is something personal, isn't it? You should be careful with these kind of grudges, boy. Revenge is not as tasty a dish as it might seem. But once you bite into this pie, there'd be no going back. You have to finish it or die trying. So think carefully. There's too much blood on your hands. I can't let you go. Oh, really? What like stupid words. You say my hands are covered in blood. Maybe so. But take a look at yours. How many men have you killed? How many families have you destroyed? Well, let's be honest, Ruffin. I've killed a fair number, but families that I've destroyed, I don't think we've done anything dishonorable. How much sorrow have you brought to this world? Well, a fair amount, but mostly it was brought upon us. How much gold have you taken off the dead bodies? I mean, they're dead. What is the difference between us? Huge. Enormous. What makes you better than me? I don't kill innocent villagers. What? You don't know anything about me? What? Why not just say, I don't kill innocent villagers? Seems like a fair answer. And you? What the hell do you know about me? About anything that is going on? I know enough. Do we? I see. You made your choice then. Alright, so this is the big one. Whew. Here we go. By the way, just take a look. No, not a chance. In fact, you can see that this is significantly worse than the one we're actually putting on. Significantly. 112 versus 123. Same head armor. 5% additional... No, 15% additional coverage. Just not worth it. Okay. Do we have our poison? We do. I think we're as ready as we're going to be. Alright. Pouch. I don't know if he has poison. He does. Oh my god, he does. Antidote. Use. Poison shield. Pouch. Strong homebrew poison. Use. Now our weapon has 3 charges. Hit chances. Probably not good. Well, I see a 4% on the body. That's great. Feint chance? Not terrible. Actually, our skill feint is pretty good thanks to our weapon skill. Revert to defensive stance. Take a look at his impressive stats. Okay, Ruffin, a hired sellsword who makes his living off the war. Tough, resourceful, and very deadly. Strength of 30. We have him beat. Agility of 38. He's like doubled us. Coordination of 26. Weapon skill 35. Stamina recovery 33. Pretty insane. Okay. Just to make sure, let's drink this coagulant as well. And And anything else we want to do? We'll drink the wine only after we take damage. Okay, so this is the slow game. Alright, on defensive stance, we're no longer quite as high on the skill feint. We don't want to miss this one anyway, it's worse for us. We'll just do a normal check feint. We're playing the long game. Okay, deflected by armor, armor damage. Let's just see what kind of damage they did. 15 there, so it wasn't to that. Oh, so it was actually... I don't know what armor damage he did, actually. Maybe he did 0 damage to it? I see 15 here. I see 13 here. What? He attacked my limbs, but he hit my scale mail? That doesn't make any sense. This used to be 19, now it's down to 10. Okay, well, not great, but we know our game here. We know our game. Slow and steady. Great. Helmet, success. Okay, alright. 10. What's our recover do for us? 15. Okay, we will do one more feint then. Should not fail this one. Come on, RNG. Don't need this right now. Okay, well, let's go ahead and use our wine right away. And we'll probably have to use the antidote too, just to reduce the toxicity. I just don't want... Okay, what is the Aseptic Bandage here? This removes 1 turn, reduce toxicity by 10. Maybe that's what I should do. I'll wait 1 turn. I'll take 1 turn of poisoned here. And I will go ahead and recover as well. Maimed? Alright, here we go. We use that. We're still increased damage. Okay, well, I mean, we're doing our best here. It's not looking good, is it? We do need to land 1 feint, probably, to have any chance of succeeding here. What are the chances looking like? Still 0s. In fact, he just maimed us. Strength is reduced by 12? Look, we have to play our game. It's not looking good. I don't know what our real armor is. Alright, we can't miss this one. Unreal! We can't land it! Arm muscles cut! Doesn't look good, does it? Gives us 2 extra vitality. -1 for the duration. I don't understand what that means. So, look, I mean, this is always going to be a game of RNG to the very end, no matter what. To say that we got unlucky, I think we did. 0.6, you can just do the math yourself, 0.6 to the 4th power. It's like a 10% chance that we would miss all 4 of those. Maybe a little bit higher, but not great. I mean, the odds were certainly not in our... I mean, they weren't... It wasn't supposed to be this bad. Wow, we missed all 5. Unreal. Yeah, there it is. What a... I think we... I mean, honestly, we could have... Without the injuries, we could have done better there. I think that was a... Like, as far as, like, the spectrum of possible outcomes with RNG, that was a pretty unfavorable for us. And it's a sad way for Tortuga. I mean, random peasant number 1 to die. We gained an insane amount of score. 4,400. 4,500. A lot of bodies. I mean, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 32 times 2. 65 with 64 plus 1. 65. That's quite a number. So we did meet our demise. A Ren on our farm. 2 Ruffin. Yeah, I will echo again that we knew what our game plan was. We executed it. I mean, we enacted it, but it did not pan out our way. That's, just you have to play you roll the dice in the end of the day. And if you don't end up coming out on top, you still play the highest percentage chance you got. That's how it has to be, and I welcome. I'm disappointed that we lost to him because, I mean, I guess it's disappointing because we didn't really have a chance to even see if the plan would have worked. If I had lost on like round 30 or something, that would have been a little bit more fun. But we just missed all 5 of our feints. I'll do the math right here real fast while this is just ticking up. 6. Not bad. It was an 8% chance that we would miss all 5 of those. So obviously, 8%, rolling an 8 out of 100 is pretty bad. But yeah. Frustrating. I think if we just landed one of those, it would have... I'm not sure if it would have turned things around. I mean, unlikely. I think we were not favorites. Now, this is going to take a long time. So what we can do is maybe hit control a little bit. Okay. We made it to level 225. 4,100 points to generate for our next person. And we don't have it installed, but we, like I said, the dev did send me to both of the, or maybe to one of these. I'm not sure. I'll activate those. I didn't want to activate them in the middle of the playthrough just in case anything weird would happen. Very scary. When you're doing a recording series, you don't want anything. You don't want to switch versions. You want to make sure there's no mistakes. I had a lot of fun with this series. Before the next one, I may even want to do some Twitch streaming of this game. I think it's pretty fun to do that. I'm not sure. I may take at least a couple days break before the next series starts. That's kind of the typical way things go, right? Take a quick breather, relax, maybe do... I'm level whatever it was right now, but I'm almost surely going to do at least one test run, and then just like get myself killed intentionally somewhere, somehow. But I suspect that the next run is really going to have some legs, because we already had a ton of points we could have used, and we random last time. Now we can grab any weapons we want, we can grab any trinkets we want, and we can really just build the run that we want to build, which includes something nice that we can do a virtue run, which I always prefer. But yeah, maybe we'll go with a buckler. These things usually just all kind of fall apart anyway, but Iron Round Shield is so bad as far as stats go, whereas buckler, very good. So that's why it's a great item to pick up. Anyway, until the next run, I'm just going to leave it here. Thanks for joining me for this. It's been a lot of fun. And until the next one, which will probably start in a few more days, take care.